That's what I think. I don't know. I just think Drake's a Karen, and I think he showed himself, man. I think he showed himself.
I think now his career's over. I don't think it's
over because it's Drake.
No, I don't think it's not like
in terms of respect.
Yeah, I don't think people respect him. Yeah, I think if he got low and then put out a banger, I think people would let it go. But he was like on streams like
every time.
He was on stream saying, "I'm still well intact." Then the fact you called Steve Lacy a fragile op. You're the fragile op.
You're talking about yourself, like.
I don't even know what. And then it's, you know what?
The irony of that was that he did that, and then the very next day the lawsuits came out. So it was like, wow.
You know what makes it worse? Even the streamer he went on, the platform he went on, wasn't a platform for the culture. It wasn't no cast of that.
Even academics is calling him out now.
The fact he's never been there. He's
number one fan.
Yeah.
Oh,
Warren G. Nate Dogg.
Yeah.
It's funny because this episode's going to be an LA-based podcast, so 213 sounds perfect. This is episode 213 of the DSP podcast with myself, Reese. To my, who do we have in the studio? To my right.
Drinks.
Next to him.
From the 213. Sorry. Hey, ho.
And behind the camera.
Gabriel, of course.
Print Presser is going to be here today because London is a shit show when it comes to travel. But she's here in spirit. Drinks, how you doing?
I'm alive. I'm well. I'm okay.
I'm cold.
That is where, yeah.
How you doing?
Energized. A little bit energized. A little bit of energy.
Gabriel, how you doing?
Good week.
Very
good week. Already. Let the podcast warm up.
Ambush. Shit then.
Can I ask you a question?
You can.
Just a quick question.
Yeah.
Are you upset that you've not been named like the sexiest bald guy for 2024? You're right there.
Well, I'm not your girl, I don't need to hear that.
Why? You know what I mean?
Sorry. What the?
Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
Sorry, something pulled my
It's
head.
okay.
Because you know he won, innit?
William?
Why?
How does that make sense?
Don't make no sense.
Well, the sexiest ball guy.
Yeah.
But he's not bald though.
Exactly.
No, he's just
He's
losing
got
it.
the ceiling
He's just losing it.
The top is off.
He's got the orchestra house trim, all sides, no middle, bruv. The Royal Albert Hall, bro. What are we doing
He's
here?
got that.
A bit like Man City then, isn't it?
We're not doing that.
Wow.
No? Okay. My bad.
Listen. I want to, when it comes to those things when people vote for like best looking man, best looking woman, I just want to see what are they voting to? Like, who saw this?
Who's yeah? Wasn't there a year where Talisa won like the best looking girl in the world or something? It wasn't even the UK; it was the world.
The world.
Yeah, Talisa. That's. I mean, I'm not saying Talisa's not attractive.
I mean, there's a lot of multiverses, but
I was about to say something mad and I realised I'd have to bleep it, so I'm going to leave it alone. Leave that alone. I'm going to leave that alone, bro. Just going to do the lethal beef thing, that's what we'll say. That's all I'm going to say.
leave it, yeah.
Yeah, leave me, leave it alone. Dub Nation, bow.
I'm going to the concert on Sunday.
What, you really want to zig a zig? Oh,
The lethal beating.
Oh, the power one.
Yeah.
Let me know how that is anyway.
Will do.
Alright, cool. Enough of the pleasantries.
Reese, how are you?
I'm alright. I'm off work for a few days. My shoulder's getting better. My chest feels tight. Life is living, innit? Asthma's kicking my ass, but we'll live. Now let's do this properly. Are we going to talk about the album first, or are we going to talk about the after effects?
Let's talk about the album first. Yes,
Alright,
let's
Start with that.
Classic.
the surprise drop.
So I'll talk about my day, lingering into that. So I was driving to go pick up something, and then my cousin sent me a video on WhatsApp. I parked up, I like the lights, I see it, and I hear a Kendrick song. I'm like, I've never heard this before.
I don't know this.
So, for example, when you sent me the thing of J. Cole and Kendrick, I've heard that song before. It was never coming out. I remember I heard that song maybe a year or two after it came out, after it was made. I was like, I ain't heard this song before. And then the beat drops when I started talking about tiramisu. I said, this song's cold. And I went to my cousin, if I go and check Twitter, he was like, how did you find this? He was like, I got my links. I said, if I go on Twitter and I find this, I'm going to punch you in your face. So then, going on Twitter, I've seen a video, then it says, is it GNX?
Yeah.
GNX has dropped. The album, I went,
what?
Nah.
What the fuck?
Right, yeah. I was like, yeah, waffle. So then, going on Spotify, quick, like on one scatty one while I'm driving, I went,
Because it wasn't a Friday, was it?
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday.
It was a Friday, but it's like LA. It came out at like what, maybe 9 o'clock LA time, 12 o'clock New York time. For us, it came out like 5 in the afternoon.
5 in the afternoon.
So I was like, evening. So I was like, what? So then I sent it to my brethren quick, and I sent it to the group. Then I started playing it, and then I was like, first listen, cool, right? Yeah, I'm gonna have to break this down a little bit more. I just know that it sounds like a very LA based album.
Yeah, you can't listen to a Kendrick album one time and then make up your mind.
Yeah,
like some people have.
So I'm gonna talk on that when it gets to me.
What was your
pagan?
What was gone?
No, the first listen, I knew what songs I liked, and
By the way, sorry, I'm gonna be honest about the album. By the way, so just so you know,
First listen, I was just like, okay, this is very West Coast, and some things I didn't get the first time, and then I saw everything going on Twitter and stuff like that, and then I listened to it out loud, and there was certain bops I enjoyed more, so I was like, okay, and then for me, it's still, I wouldn't say it's my least favorite Kendrick album, which for me is still a big thing, because for me all these albums, none of them have been the same, and that's what I like about him, and also he's had phenomenal albums. So
of course, he ain't missed. Not yet.
For me, I'm sitting with it more, but the more I listen to it, the more I'm like, yeah. But I've got my favorites.
What did I see as we get to yeah? There was like Kendrick literally has a mental health album, an Issues in America album, a West Coast hi-fi album, a Balance of Everything album, and a classic album, and people still complain.
That's what I was going to get onto. Right. That's the point.
Oh? I finished work, went to my missus, and was just sitting and chilling, and I saw on Instagram the Kendrick snippet, and I was like, okay, oh wait, this is new, okay. And he went, okay, and he was all cool, and material my suit, and he went, well, body for body. I was like, oh, yeah. Literally 10 minutes later, I saw the thing about the album and thought, nah, did like you did. Straight to Spotify. Okay. Press play instantly. Like you said, very West Coast album. So much of a West Coast album, it made me remember that I loved West Coast music a lot. Growing up in my younger days, like young, before I was even 10, like there were certain songs that just had that West Coast bop that a lot of the songs reminded me of. So it took me back to 808s, man. Come on, absolutely ridiculous. And there was no way I could listen to it without shoulders moving, elbows. I noticed my elbows now are up a lot.
Okay, so you might catch a woman in her face when you're walking out of it.
It is. I love it. It's a very good album. It's a very, very good album.
Yeah, no.
I'll start with that.
No, so I was working, but then I actually didn't hear any of the music. I saw the tweets
and the memes,
and the tweets were saying he's 0 for 12. That's what the tweets were saying. X was giving him a tough time, and then my family group chat. My brother's not he's a Drake fan. He doesn't like Kendrick, so he was talking about the album being so rubbish, and everyone was saying the album was rubbish. Like everyone around me was saying the album was rubbish. Like, and everyone I saw on Twitter was saying the album was rubbish, and obviously because on Thingy page, the other hip hop things are like, oh, this ain't really. They weren't expecting it. But then also, what made me think, this is a bit weird, is because Kendrick fans were coming out saying this isn't his proper album. So I'm like, oh, okay, so it must mean it was a miss. So,
do you know why people think it's not a proper album?
Yeah.
So when we first heard the video, because I saw the video first for the album, there's 2 cars. There's 2 GMXs.
Okay.
Right, yeah. There's 2. Right, yeah.
And this one had 1.
Yeah, but also,
okay,
when I went through the album, because I didn't clock the first time, I listened to the album 3 times back to back, and I was like, I haven't heard that song. But because there's bots in the album, I was like, I haven't heard this song.
Yeah.
Which means there must be another album. Also, whenever he rolls out something from the Heart series, It's always before the album.
Yeah.
It's not on the album, it's before the album. You do that first, then you put it on the album. It's usually like an outro track on the album.
Make references to deluxe and double albums as well.
Cool, because so cool. What I did is usually I have a thing where I spend a good 4 hours a day just studying music and new drops, obviously because of what we do, and new drops, new different sounds. So I played the Kendrick album, but I'm playing the Kendrick album through AirPods. Now, people that know me know I do not use AirPods. I only use overheads or studio monitors.
My first one was car test.
Because my ears have been damaged since I first started sound engineering. So I can only listen to music a certain type of way. So I heard it. And I got up to that track 6 and I'm like, nah, man, this ain't it.
Oh, you got to Reincarnated?
Yeah, I got up to Reincarnated, and I hated Reincarnated because I have a thing I say about like legendary songs. Same way I don't like when people do the whole
lazy sampling.
Biggie flow on Notorious Thugs. I don't like people touching that. So for me, it's like when it's a legendary song, I prefer when artists don't touch it. It wasn't a bad song, but I just don't like when artists touch the legendary songs. So, cool. Fast forward, I connect my monitors, my studio monitors. Things change.
Yeah.
Because I said the production was weak.
Yeah,
on my Instagram originally.
You never have Kendrick have weak production, bro.
Things changed.
Yeah.
This, for me, as I said, it's going to surprise you. This is my favourite Kendrick album.
That is
the reason why I'm going to tell you it's my favourite Kendrick album.
It's bullshit, though, but we'll get to that.
But we'll get to it. The reason I'm going to tell you it is my favourite Kendrick album is it's the most authentic West Coast album I've heard in a while. Now, remember what I say about YG's album and why I like that album, and because it's authentic West Coast. Kendrick had a lot of people on that album that a lot of people that weren't aware of.
He put a lot of people.
But guys like AZ Chike I've been listening to from very, very young.
Lefty Gunplay, man, yeah.
So these are guys. So when I heard AZ Chike on Peekaboo, that's my favourite song. When I heard him on that,
that's what I was singing when I came
I said, yeah. I said, all right, cool, Kendrick, you've won. I said, all right, cool, you've won. I had to take it back, but I haven't taken it back publicly. But I will say this. One thing about the album is...
He said he won.
One thing...
He's taking it back, innit?
He said he won.
No, I mean, in terms of like... Cool, I got it wrong. But in terms of the West Coast influence, what a lot of people don't realise as well is it's not necessarily the old school West Coast.
It's not meant to be.
It's hyphy music from
Oakland. It's mixed.
Right.
It's Bay and it's LA.
So, but the majority of it is more hyphy. So it's more hyphy from the Bay. Now, obviously, cool.
No, the tracks that are mad upbeat, like we'll get through the track list. One of them is midway through the beat changes where it sounds hyphy, but it add hyphy stems in there. And there's another song that's got hyphy stems in there, but some of them is just like LA, like
straight.
Proper like
100.
Grey LA.
It has LA influence, but the only problem is
because none of us are from LA.
It's very not.
I'm saying, but what we're used to hearing.
I know
it's very hard to replicate the LA sound, especially in the new school. Like it's very, very hard to replicate it. Obviously, there's certain synths you can use that have been used back then that people use, like yeah, exactly what I'm talking about. So stuff like that. But in general, I thought it had more of a hyphy feel to it, and it had more of a new school West Coast feel to it. I feel as if he did the right thing, putting West Coast artists on there and giving them an opportunity. Yeah, I think I can't knock the album. I think it's my favorite Kendrick album. However, I don't think it's album of the year, but I think it's my favorite. Yeah,
no one said that.
I still give it to Chromacopia, but obviously that's
your opinion.
Me personally, it's not my favorite Kendrick album, but ages ago people made this thing about Kendrick can't make bops.
That's why it's my favorite one. Though.
He's had a bop on every single
album. Of course,
album.
No, but people are selective of what they hear. He can't make bops. Yeah, he made authentic LA bops.
King Kunto's an authentic LA bop as well.
But people didn't like but it's selective. Yeah. It's what people want to sound. People only talking about slavery. So then, alright, cool. So then, this is where my gripe with Gabriel comes into this. Because we're going to talk about the track list, yeah?
Yeah.
So the first song on there is Whacked Out Murals, yeah? The page Gabriel is affiliated with.
Fucking hell, man.
Right, yeah.
Fucking hell.
Pagans.
Decided to say on my ass like crazy.
Decided to say that Kendrick is pandering to black women. The reason why I think, trust me, you put out, it was either on your page or the page you're affiliated with, yeah.
The thing about the comedian thing. Oh no, I said that personally.
Okay, cool, even better.
Oh yeah.
Right, yeah, because now you can't hide behind it.
Oh yeah, no, I know.
The reason why you're full of shit, right? Yeah, and I'm saying this with chest why you're full of shit. It's because it tells me how much you don't pay attention to what he's done in the last 14 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
The song Blacker the Berry, before it was cool, let me finish. Before it was cool to start empowering black women and the rest of that stuff, he's always been doing that. The same way people say, oh, but his girlfriend or his fiance or his wife is not black. She's still black, bro.
Right,
yeah?
okay.
He has always empowered black women. He's always empowered black people.
Okay.
It's not pandering if you're doing it all the time. He doesn't do it where it's like, what's that guy who was in Star Wars? John Boyega, where he has to always have to, or Anthony Idris, but they always have to do it.
You're saying because he's done it in the past, he's done it from day. It's authentic.
Yeah, he's never had to. He's never had to do a thing where he's just like, oh my black queen. He just does it, bro. That's not pandering. When I saw that, I was like, bro, your angle here is the most anti-black thing I have ever seen in a very long time.
Cool. Alright, I explain my angle. Right. Kendrick Lamar sticking up for black women. It's not pandering. Right. That in itself is not pandering. Because obviously he has done it in the past, and furthermore he's
continuously done it. Not in the past. He's continuously.
No, I mean like just in general. He didn't just start doing it today, right? And he's been standing up for black people from the beginning. However, right? And this is the big however, right? It's off the back of what happened with the whole shits and gigs situation. So that's the first thing, right? Secondly, once again, people that know me personally, you know me enough to know. My sort of comedy is dark. Anyone can get it.
I hear you.
Ill people.
You're still a pussy.
Anyone can get it. So for me, I'm hearing an artist say comedians can't talk about certain things. And I'm like, oh, this is weird. I'm like, to me...
You see that completely different from you. He's not judging the comedian.
He's judging
for
the people.
Jokes.
Okay, I'll say
the fact that my man, James, looks like Drake, and both of you are both black to a point, right, yeah? And you're not like, oh, allow it, man, that's not needed, yeah? You've both keyed away for it. That's why people are looking at them strange. Then the domino effect, their podcast still makes money, but they're never going to recover the way they were before they got dragged.
And that's why I don't agree with Kendrick, though.
Yeah? Before they got dragged. But then...
Because he shouldn't have added salt to that wound.
Why not?
He shouldn't have kicked them whilst they was down. I just don't agree with it. If there's other black men and they got a podcast and they made a mistake and you want to... Obviously, Kendrick knows if he says it, it's good, and that's why I call it pandering, not the defending of black women.
Even in
that whole thing, because it involves them.
But look at the two separate things here, right? Yeah. To most people who don't know James and Fuad, they're looking at Schultz. They're not looking at James and Fuad,
and they're probably looking at Fresh and Fit.
Yeah, yeah. They're looking at all those podcasts that treat black women, that treat women, like bottom barrel human beings. So for that. If you've regularly showed me, regardless of whether it's a comedian or not, that you're here to empower black women, right? Yeah, at least it's not going to do what the LeBron thing was, which is I have an opinion on everything, and then the minute it's someone I know, I'm keeping my mouth shut.
I hear it. As I said, the pandering doesn't really come towards the whole thing of. It's not really based off the black women part. It's based off the fact. For me, maybe pandering is even the wrong word, but it's a thing of I did not like the fact that these comedians have made a mistake, right?
One comedian
or
one make a mistake.
Are they even guys? The James and
these comedians?
They're just like us, right? Okay, cool.
This was a big following.
My thing is, these guys have made a mistake, but at the same time, it's a very high pressure situation because if this happened on Different Strokes podcast, where Andrew Schultz made that sort of comment, I think there might only be one person that will comment and say something, and that would be Reese. Right? I do think. Wait, I'm gonna get on to. I do think Mark would say something, but I do think it would register later, and I think. Would be like, that's a bit funny. And then O would catch on later, right? And the only reason why I know that is because being around you guys, you're always the sharpest to respond with a rude response or a cheeky response. I know it's going to come from you, right? I know Mark is going to be more reserved. And I know O is going to follow up. Like, but actually, hold on a minute.
Plus, the reason why Chicken Gigs came about in that whole thing as well is because they asked for better edits.
Cool. But either way, my whole thing is, these lot made a mistake. I don't think Kendrick had to mention that lyric. Now, if we are going to hold Shits and Gigs accountable, there was some interesting stuff that came out about Kendrick.
What about
about Lefty Gunplay, right?
Yep.
And Lefty Gunplay said this like 5 months ago, and it was big news.
But then,
I didn't even know Lefty Gunplay was on. People know Lefty Gunplay is a racist. I didn't even know Lefty Gunplay was on the. I didn't even know Lefty Gunplay was on the song until I heard until I went back and listened to it. I was like, oh yeah, that is Lefty Gunplay. But I just thought it was just a Mexican guy.
But then, do you know the takeaway from that is?
Yeah.
We never hear Kendrick address things publicly. We hear him address it in the music.
I hear that, but then you're...
No, I'm saying in general.
No, I understand that.
Whenever Kendrick has ever addressed something, right, yeah, he's always addressed it in music, right, yeah. When he goes out and he does whatever he does for the community when people say nothing, or like same with the Jay-Z thing, you won't hear him speak about it publicly.
What I'm saying,
when it's in music, you'll hear him speak about it musically.
I'm not talking about speaking about it. You don't even have to come out and say, what I did was wrong. I don't care, because I don't even listen. When artists do that, yeah, cool. I don't listen to all that. You should not have given that guy a chance to make money off our community. He should not be allowed to make...
Finish your sentence, bro.
He should not... Lefty Gunplay should not be allowed to make money... To make money off our community. And not even off a small artist, off the biggest artist right now.
Do you know why I look at that?
Kendrick messed up.
Do you know I look at that differently from you? Right, yeah? I guarantee you, in your household,
yeah,
and in my household I grew up in, and most people's household, right, they say exactly the same thing of culture stay with culture. Even within Islam, for example, yeah, regardless of, even though it's not nice to be said, yeah, Arab Muslims would rather say of an Arab Muslim, they don't really want to divulge and go into other cultures, yeah? Is it problematic in 2024? Of course it is. But culturally, most people would rather stay within would prefer people stay within their own culture, yeah, to keep their bloodline going for longer.
But it's
only because of globalization where people look at it.
I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree. My family is probably not but I don't disagree with that, right? But it's the way he said it. He said it on multiple podcasts, and he said there was even one in particular where he said he'll trip out if his daughter bought a black woman. He'll trip out.
Black woman or black man?
Bought a black man. Sorry, he said I'll trip out if my daughter was to bring home a black man. I'll trip out. Blah 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 blah. And he's doubled down on what he said. And my thing is, it's like, all right, cool, but you never mentioned anything about if your daughter brings home a white man.
I respect that.
At least he stood on it.
You never mentioned.
I'll be honest, I respect it though, because he stood on it.
And historically,
Gabriel, you're a person here. You don't like flippy floppy wishy.
No, I don't.
At least he stood on it.
No. But you're right. I am that sort of person that I don't like. Cool, but I'm saying I still believe he should not be given a platform to profit off black men. I just don't believe so.
But you also just argued them about kicking man when they're down. What's the difference? Because they're black.
Nah, Lefty Gunplay is...
But I'm asking you a question. If you're saying, for example, about the James the Furad thing, and you're saying Kendrick's lyric is like kicking other black men while they're down, for example, yeah? Mm-hmm. The same rules apply for him.
No, I don't.
Why? Because he's non-black.
So
if you're against kicking men while they're down, or you're against kicking black men while they're down.
Black men.
No, it's the same thing, bro.
No, for me it's not, because first off, he's even a Sereno, and they're notoriously against black people. Anyway, so that's a Mexican gang that's against black people. So no, I'm not for the guy. And remember as well,
pick a side and stand on it, bro.
The Serenos are allies with the Aryan mafia.
I'm not sitting on fences.
Yeah, no, I don't.
I live by pick a side and stand.
I'll be okay with Lefty Gunplay if he wasn't racist, but everything points towards him being racist, and that is the reason why
I don't call anyone out. But there's a thin line between racism and ignorance. And even looking at that guy, that guy don't look like he's the sharpest tool in the shed. Let's keep it 100.
I hear that, but he's an adult. I have to hold him accountable as an adult.
You can hold him accountable as an adult, right? Yeah, we're not doing that. But I can also say, let's be clear. Yeah, if man's doubling down on something and it's just pure ignorance, but he's got black friends, that guy's just probably said, I just want my Mexican or whatever background he is to stay with Mexican people.
But the truth is, if I'm going to defend Kendrick here, I think Kendrick probably didn't know about it.
Me either.
I don't think he knew about it, 'cause I think if he knew, he wouldn't have done it. So I think, obviously, it's funny because now people are bringing it up, right?
Of course.
But if he knew about it, he wouldn't have done it. That's what I think. Plus, as well, I think the Lefty Gunplay thing was more of a sample. I don't think it was a verse from Lefty Gunplay.
I think it's a sample as well.
I think it's more of a sample. But anyway, my point is, Kendrick pandering is wrong. The word pandering is wrong.
Yeah,
I just don't agree.
That's why
I just don't agree that he's kind of, I feel as if he's kind of kicking these man while they're down. But at the same time, that's a part of his.
They're making money. He's not kicking them.
At the same time,
you didn't get money out of their pocket.
I class it as kicking them down, but at the same time, it's part of his activism and it's genuine. It's him being genuine and it's part of his activism.
The thing is, why do you see it as him kicking them when they're down, when the actual line that you're referring to is him saying a white man shouldn't be able to talk about black women? That's law.
I think it's more
you're because obviously we know the situation that line was involved in. But what you did was that you've taken it now as like Kendrick kicking black men when they're down, when the actual line says
black men are more protected than black women, but we're not doing that.
No, I know, but I'm talking about. You're asking why I associated it with the shits and gigs because they were the people.
It's not funny now, was it?
They were the people.
It's not funny now, was it?
They were the people.
Funny now, was it?
They were the people that did it. First off, as well, I'm not a fan of shits and gigs. I don't watch their podcasts. I don't even know
Andrew
much.
Schultz did it.
I don't even know. No, but because it's their show, right? So they put it in, yeah. So they're accountable for it. But
that was the definition of joint enterprise. It's joint enterprise.
Either way, either way,
that was mad.
Either way, the pandering.
What?
I didn't even catch it.
Yeah, you said it.
What did I say?
You said they put it in.
Oh, flipping hell, mate. No, but either way,
no. Throw it, I'll catch you.
The pandering line is it's probably incorrect. Yeah, I still don't agree with it, man.
Yeah, great, lovely.
All right, cool. So now that's out of the way. Cool. Whacked out Morals. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Oh. Okay, cool. Lil Wayne not going into that. He needs to grow up. Boom, whatever.
It's not.
The rumor is he's in the booth.
You know what?
I'm like, please.
As music heads in this room, the way that quickly became a diss, it was amazing to me because I don't understand.
To take that as a diss, you're dumb.
What difference?
Too much lean, bro.
Or what
Way too much lean.
What different things? What different things that they're listening to that we're not listening to? Because you could hear that in no way, shape, or form.
That's better than the Kendrick album. That's better than the Kendrick album. That is
stupid.
I don't know why you went close to Larry to say that.
I'm not paying no mind. I've never seen Lacey struggle so much in time training.
Oh my god! There it is. There it is.
Yeah. So yeah, whacked out Morals. Yes.
Whacked out Lacey, bro.
That was better than the Kendrick album, though.
Not than the album.
Let's couple up. Video? Okay, cool. The guys listening, it's a thumbs up. Yeah.
10-10 for the video, man. So much.
I like the video. I like the video.
He's so buff.
I think he could have been
so buff.
I think he could have done more, though.
I don't think so.
Shut up.
He could have done more.
Did you get all the references, though?
I got the references.
What he needed.
Give me a few.
I got the Menace Society reference. Okay.
You would get that. You would get that.
I got the African American flag, the Pan African flag. You know, the
Marcus Garvey.
Yeah, Marcus Garvey. But it was made by. But it was the flag was made by David Emmons, I think, and he was influenced by Marcus Garvey.
It's also double entendre as well.
See, I didn't know that.
Did you get the Ice-T reference?
Yeah, Darlene Ortiz with the come on, this I'm not down.
The double entendre for the flag is the person.
And that was a double album.
In 616.
But I didn't get all of it.
You see 616 where you have the glove.
Yeah.
The guy the Twitter page who was saying where my man got it from, his thing was the Pan African flag.
Yeah.
Double entendres. Shoot me. I still think Questlove the pussy hole because Questlove was the first one to talk bad about Kendrick. Kendrick Mars did during the rap beef, did a homage to you. Thank you so much for that. Questlove, shut the hell up, bro. Yeah. Then you had obviously Black Jesus or Black Moses. Isaac Hayes, and his son was talking hella wicked as well.
Yeah. Right.
So both of them man can yam shit and drink piss. We go into.
By the way, sorry, let me just clear up my point though. The video is good, the imagery is good. I think it could have done more. I don't think it should have been all done in one.
I like it.
One setting.
There's a lot going on.
Done more. But there is a lot going on.
He's in the middle, saying no matter what, when people are scooping out or things happen, I've always been in the middle of it. I've just had to get by.
And he's being nonchalant in the middle.
He's nonchalant as a person, so it makes it better.
And in the video, it's like loads of stuff's going on, but he's unbothered. Yeah. He looks fed up.
He's fed up.
And he looks unbothered at the same time.
He's trying, bro.
I don't like the way that Kendrick's, West Coast dancing in his videos now. He's trying to, do you know what I'm saying? I like that he's been doing that recently. So yeah, but he needs to do a video to peak a bit.
Have you seen King Kunta?
Huh?
Them and I knew Kendrick fans, not Jenna.
No. King Kunta's one video.
King Kunta.
King Kunta.
Why are you saying that like the most
Kunta.
white English person?
King Kunta.
Kunta, bro.
Kunta.
King Kunta.
And that nigga's not real anyway. But
Why'd you Kunta yourself?
I like the way he's been doing the other, you call it, the Hoover Stomp, the Blood Walk. I like it. It's just cool.
All right, cool. Lufa, thumbs up.
That's one of my favourite songs on the album.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
SZA
did a good job.
Man the Garden.
That's a good song as well.
Big shout for that because obviously that was
you're going to get to the top three.
One mic type of pen homage to that. So, yeah.
Hey Now.
Jody 6. Was it Jody 6?
Jody 6.
Jody 6. One of the standout performers. If we're gonna do a thing where we talk about the West Coast people he put on there who performed well, he smashed his performance. Perfect. Absolutely smashed his performance.
Reincarnated. Why?
Yeah.
Tupac flow.
Yeah.
I think that song is so sick.
I like what he's saying.
That's what I had to listen to again. I had to listen to that one a few times because I got the sample, but then like you, I put it in a car.
The first one's about a jazz artist.
I think Billie Holiday.
No, it's not Billie Holiday.
No, the second one I think is Billie Holiday.
It's not Billie Holiday. I found it. It's not Billie Holiday. It's another woman who died. Billie Holiday died from heroin, bro.
What?
Yeah, because then he starts talking about
someone else. It's not Billie Holiday.
Quaaludes, but then when he said the assistant, Billie Holiday's assistant was male. So
who's Billie Holiday?
So what's the next one? What's the next track?
Blood on the Leaves. Is it her?
What?
After Reincarnated, is probably my favourite song on the album.
Possibly.
Next to, no, it's probably my favourite song on the album, which is TV Off. Where he also has...
There has to be a video for this.
He also has...
There has to be
He also has the, what do you call it, the Biggie reference. All this is on my children disappearing.
Have you seen
the siblings?
I think some mustard brand have started marketing like mustard. The way
McDonald's did it.
McDonald's did it.
That's got TikTok going crazy.
The reason why I like that song is made specifically for the Super Bowl because the second half of that song sounds like Any Given Sunday. It sounds like thing.
And he does say in that I'll be out in New Orleans.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, you know the jazz thing that he was singing about. Who was it? Sorry, Derek.
No, we'll find it. He's talking about two.
I'll find.
Go on, the white thing. Dodger Blues. I love Dodger Blues. I think it's a really good song. Peekaboo has had me in a hold all day.
Best song on the album. Best song on the album.
It's what you know that song when he goes that thing. That's from the meme.
Okay, that's
boom,
boom. Yeah.
The way I think AZ track needs to be given credit for the way he slides on the beat.
Oh no, it's cold.
Ridiculous.
Put my thumb in.
Ridiculous. But that's that.
Yeah.
Possibly my favourite song of the album, just for the goal of it, The Heart Part 6.
The sample is... When I heard the sample...
I'm not even getting to the SWE sample.
I was just like, damn.
That was cold as well.
This song is the most meticulous song ever.
I just love the fact that he talks about, obviously, the TDE.
He's done it before.
But the way he done it was just... And he kind of like... He takes ownership
He
for...
kind of took accountability for it.
So I respect that. But I do believe Watch the Party was more the Heart series more than this.
Do you know the reason why I said this is my favourite song? Like one of my favourite songs on the album?
I do know who Billie Holiday is. I said, did she sing Blood on the Leaves?
Right,
Strange fruit hanging from a poplar tree. Blood on the Leaves.
You are strange fruit, yeah.
Right, the reason why I say The Heart Part 6 is my favourite song is for multiple reasons. First one, the fact there was a beef and my man tried to make The Heart and people assumed that Kendrick would make another Heart. It's not even called it The Heart, it's just called Heart Part 6. So my song still exists. You're not ruining my...
Yeah, my series is still...
Yeah, my series still exists. So then, obviously, you've got that. Then, to make it even better, anyone who knows who SWV is will realise that song was written by...
Neptunes,
Chad and Pharrell. Drake has beef with them as well. So ultimately, W's on W's.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. I just love how meticulous it is. The fact that man did a song about it, which was a diss song, and he doesn't even acknowledge. He doesn't acknowledge it. Yeah, alright, Gabe, look. Chop, suey, bank. Yeah, joke, man. Yeah. So then, GNX, the beat's so weird, but everyone's slagging it.
Possibly one of my favourite songs on that album.
Yeah, the beat is weird.
Yes, the beat is weird, but the performance of Kendrick, and these guests on that tune, yeah.
Hitter J3 is his cousin, right?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it is.
Impeccable.
And then Gloria.
Yeah. Yeah.
But no, for me, album's good. Now we've gotten through the music part. Let's get into the additional F3s part.
Let's get it on.
Gabriel, what's your feelings about Drake?
Tell him Kendrick did it.
what he did is...
And the reason why I say this, I laugh because he said, Drake on a song said, I won't do no subpoenas or no nothing. Right, yeah.
Because that's for hoes or something like that?
Yeah, that's for hoes. And then you've gone and done
two.
I think Drake is a perfect example. He's very HR. And I don't want to say what I want to say in this podcast.
That he's a Karen.
It might come across, he's a Karen. Yeah, but I can say that actually. Yeah. Drake is a Karen. Only a Karen can think of handling hip hop beef in that type of way. And I think that kind of validates everything Kendrick was saying about him not really being a part of the culture. Because to a hip hop beat, I've never
heard. Say you're a fan of the culture and don't do that is mad.
Wait,
I've never heard better than the Kendrick album as well. Sorry, man. Let's get out my system. But no, oh god. Alright, let me go to the Drake. Alright, cool. But yeah, nah, seriously. I just want to see if he actually.
No, are you done?
Okay, it's cool. Alright, yeah, no. One thing I will say though is I think Kendrick should do the power move. Should be this: don't play "Not Like Us" in Super Bowl, as you said.
He didn't want the album. I think it was sick. That's already a power move.
Tease the instrumental, get the crowd to react. Play the instrumental, let everyone else sing.
Marching band.
No, don't.
That's what I said. Marching band.
Don't even. Don't. Let the fans. Let the stadium.
That is made for a marching band.
Nah, let the stadium's words be heard clearly. Don't add the marching band. Don't disrupt. Let the audience.
Get back to Drake. Okay.
But yeah, no, I think Drake's a weirdo for that. I think he's a weirdo. I think it's very HR what he's done. And then also, last thing on it, I think he's a hypocrite because I think everyone knows that big labels do use bots. Yeah, it's a known thing. Big labels, they use bots to generate streams, but the reason why they do it is because it tricks the algorithm into pushing the songs to more people, right? But that is something...
he's blatantly...
And everyone does it.
He's blatantly...
Everyone does it. Whether he knowingly does it or not, because he was the biggest earner under...
And let me tell you something. Kendrick Lamar, that's not Kendrick Lamar's fault. Even if that is happening, Kendrick Lamar's an artist, right? Kendrick Lamar makes music. He's an artist. That's not Kendrick Lamar's fault. Secondly, Drake, shut up. Lucian Granger's the owner of Universal, right?
That's his daddy.
He literally said, "You've got the biggest budget in the world. Anything you want, you get."
Do you think
so? You've had the steroids.
Do you think he's trying to get off that?
About?
You think he's trying to remove himself off that deal?
It could be that. It could be that. It does seem like it's more. You know what? That's another thing. It's good that you said that actually because I didn't think of it that way. It might be more of a personal issue between Universal than actually Kendrick. You know,
maybe.
So
it might be an issue with Universal rather than with Kendrick, and he's just using this to.
Well, the first
because he
the first one was about. I think the first one was primarily about
the bots and stuff.
The bots and whatever. The second one is defamation of character.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Which I find funny.
The second one I think is cheeky. The first one I can say, okay, cool. I think you're being a bitch. You don't care about the artist. You care more about yourself.
You care about numbers.
Yeah. The second one I think is banter riots wild.
The defamation of character. Can we explain that one? Because I don't think I saw that.
I'm personally kind of offended about not that he gives a fuck, but I'm more offended about the first one because basically what he's saying
that no one can outsell me
is that the culture that you are a part of, the culture that you're such a massive staple in, you can't understand that the culture could possibly do this to a song that's not yours. Mm-hmm. So because you can't get your head around that, you're doing court business?
He can't take losing.
Because you can't believe that the culture that you know and you run and you're the boy in can't love something this much that this happened organically.
He's pissed at his
and it
parents having
literally
another
could have.
No,
Guys,
no.
come man.
He's pissed that because he's always won. Yeah, I think the analogy I've seen a lot of, it's like you go into a game and you're playing football and someone takes you start losing and you take your ball and you ruin the game for everyone.
Yeah.
That's basically what it is. Right, yeah. You can tell, he's an only child, you can say multiple things.
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Now, the first one, I remember Kanye said this ages ago and it was like, right message, wrong time. Right, yeah.
Well, it's always that for Kanye.
Yeah. He's never wrong, it's just his delivery's mad. I think the second one is crazy because it's defamation of character.
So what you were saying about Kendrick is not?
The original thing was, this can be a friendly fade.
Don't mention.
You don't have to take it there.
We can keep it that way.
You mention man's wife.
Family first.
You mention man's
And
you
that's his
mention the
go-to, though.
security
He said he's
guard.
beating up his wife.
That's his go-to, though.
You mention multiple things, and then in doing that, guess what happened? Man threw it on you. It was like, oh, you call him the PDF. The PDF. Okay, you're a PDF, but is that by his fault or your fault because you wanted to start throwing hands? Wanted to do that.
And the
J. Cole looks like he came out. In fairness, if J. Cole didn't put up Port Antonio, he comes out smelling like roses.
But what makes me laugh as well is the fact that all of this has happened, and then a lot of people said, "But Drake, you said that you fed him these
information."
lies.
Yep.
So
That's
so it's just like,
yeah.
So why are you trying to?
So one of those ways, you're gonna have to say that you're a piece of shit because
milk.
we didn't. But nobody believed that anyway at the time.
Age like milk. Best stuff is age like
And
milk.
then everything he's dropped after that,
Milk.
it's not worked.
It's a weird one. It's a weird one because even when you look at the way Kendrick Lamar responded to everything Drake said, even the stuff he said about the domestic violence, bro, he just got his wife in a video and they was dancing. That's it. He responded to it like a G. Like,
Exactly.
He's not said anything. He's not said a single thing.
That's what I'm saying. He responded to it like it's like, bro, we don't have to do all this talking.
Yeah.
We ain't got to do that. We don't have to do that. That's why I think. I don't know. I just think I think Drake's a Karen, and I think he showed himself, man. I think he showed himself.
I think now his career's over. I don't think it's
over because it's Drake.
No, I don't think it's not like
But in terms of respect.
Yeah, I don't think people respect him.
Yeah, they were.
I think if he got low and then put out a banger, I think people would let it go. But he was like on streams like
Every time.
he was on stream saying, "I'm still well intact." Then the fact you called Steve Lacy a fragile op. You're the fragile op.
You're talking about yourself, blood.
I don't even know what. And then it's what
the irony of that was that he did that, and then the very next day the lawsuits came out. So it was like, wow.
You know what makes it worse? Even the streamer he went on, the platform he went on, wasn't a platform for the culture. It wasn't no cast of that.
Even academics is calling him out now.
The fact he's never been there. He's
number one fan.
Yeah.
It is mad.
It does make me think he's taken a turn for the worse.
But people are saying he hasn't really got much left. Anyway.
No, he hasn't.
Look, from
triangle.
From Not Like Us. We could see that it had some effect on his output, on the way that he was perceived, on the way that his music was received. It wasn't hitting the charts like it usually did. It wasn't doing what Drake was used to do.
I don't think none of his songs after that reached top 10.
Right.
He did the Sexy Red one that was okay.
The Sexy Red song didn't do anything. I know you're talking about with him and
You're my
Cesar.
Everything.
No, Sexy Red and Cesar.
Oh.
Yeah.
Which is feel like a Polaroid style video.
Then the 100 gigs thing, didn't really make any impact the way Drake is known to make impact.
Then he dropped that video, No Face, and everyone was laughing at it like, why are you trying to be hardcore for? Wait, no one believes you're a gangster. You're such an idiot.
So yeah, everything. I think what I was basically trying to get to was that everything. There are so many things that Kendrick alluded to, showed, said that we were like, yeah, all right. If you didn't really know Drake or you didn't pay attention like that, you'd be like, oh, he's just saying some random thing. But his behavior since all of this has kind of drilled home so many things that were just pointed out for the people who didn't know.
Yeah.
The people who do know As soon as we heard about that lawsuit, instantly, oh, look at this.
Rick Ross mentioned about the lawsuit, about French Montana.
Mm-hmm.
Other artists before have mentioned about he does do this, and it makes you think, okay, he's not new to this.
He's true to this.
It's because people say he's had a BBL and all of that as well. All of these things don't help him. It just makes him look worse.
Moist.
There's nothing worse than someone who can. There's nothing worse than someone who throws jokes. There's nothing worse than someone who can chuck it but can't catch it.
Yeah.
So people who always love to chuck banter and throw corn, but they can't take a joke. Yeah, Gabriel's safe.
Hold that, yeah.
Pause. But right, yeah. As I feel like this is gonna be a music podcast anyway.
He's done. I think
we know. Like I just say, from like our culture, because the best thing Kendrick did was discredit his blackness.
Oh, with the ease.
Drake's blackness.
Because the PDF stuff hasn't stuck. His blackness is the thing that stuck. And the minute he questioned it, and people started looking at it, even Fugger's like, yeah, I'm gonna come out of jail and make a song with Drake. Fugger don't be near that now.
Yeah.
Who are his friends now in the industry?
Party.
Oh, Drake's still got friends.
Party. And attractive women. I don't care.
Remember, he doesn't.
He's lost a lot. He's lost a lot of.
It's crazy because Future was his
guy
go-to.
Yeah, that was the go-to for the.
Yeah, you used to go to Atlanta.
And that's funny because the next time the next song he does with anyone from Atlanta, instantly you're gonna go, Drake needs some money again.
No, I swear he did.
He's got money.
No.
But what I'm saying is that just from little seeds that have been dropped,
bro. That Lucian Grange contract was 400 million, bro.
Yeah,
he's got money.
But now they want their money back.
He's paid it back. Yeah, I think that's why he wants to leave. He paid it back.
Okay.
Yeah, Drake would have made that money.
He paid it back.
Yeah.
Well, sticking to music, but diverting into something else.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, name one R&B song you will never get sick of hearing. Old or new?
Just one. Rotted.
I'll give you 3. Forever My Lady.
Keith Sweat, Make It Last Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Make it last forever.
Stevie Wonder, Superwoman.
Okay.
MJ, Lady of My Life.
Okay. Mark?
Music Soul Child, Half Crazy.
True.
D'Angelo Cruising.
True.
And Davina. I forgot the name of the track though.
I don't want to be wrong when it feels right.
Yeah, that's my
big shoe. Oh my god!
If I hear that, it's over.
Gabriel.
Yeah, listen.
Mine's very, very easy. Obviously.
Here we go. You know he's gonna say it.
You know who I'm gonna say, but I'm not gonna say it first.
He's gonna say all 3 of his tracks.
I would say
Traps in the Closet 1 to 12.
I would say
guys be like, I can relate to that.
Outrageous. Come on, Gav.
I would say A-Marie. Sorry. I'm just not good with song names. A-Marie.
One Thing?
No. Her the one after her debut, Talking to Me. Yeah, A-Marie, Talking to Me.
Big track.
Yeah. So there's that. And then after that, I would say Faith Evans, As Soon As I Get Home.
Bad boy.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then I'll say 702. Can we Get It Together?
Yeah.
And then last one, he's going to Take It Back.
That's 3.
R. Kelly, I Wish.
No.
No, he took the dap back.
At least.
Mine is 2020 anniversary.
Big tune.
Massive.
Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I.
Every man likes that. Every man likes that song.
I love that song. And it's between these 2 songs. Bobby Valentino slowed down and Floetry say yes.
They say Bobby Valentino Slow Down is the most perfect made R&B song.
It's
They,
perfect.
they literally
The
say it's
production
perfect.
on that is so.
Tim and Bob.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are my three, and like, I could sit down and run through that list.
Do you know who I was listening to today? So, remember Ludacris had a singer called Sharifa?
Yes.
Yeah, and I was listening to a lot of the stuff she made produced by Darkchild.
Yeah.
He might be one of the goats, you know.
I love his Dark Child was light skin.
No, it's not.
No, he's not.
I just love.
He produces for like gospel artists now as well. Like,
Yeah.
He's got like gospel artists. It's quite good.
Did you hear that? You hear that TD Jakes guy took a seat and then they didn't get up.
Yeah, I saw
Had a
that.
stroke.
Did you see the video?
Was it a stroke?
Yeah.
It looked like a stroke. It had to be a stroke.
He dropped the mic. He was
It
just sitting
slow.
there.
It was a slow. It was it was a slow one, and he was shutting down slowly. So yeah, it was a stroke. There's a video of it.
Yeah. I said, man's minerals kept up though. He stopped talking, just sat down. I said, "Bro, man's spatial awareness is crazy."
But I'm surprised that the people in the church didn't clock quick enough
What was going on?
what was going on, because that you had to clock something was wrong. But at the same time, they say this thing of maybe he was caught by the spirit, and church is a bit when it comes to that. So
I
but,
said,
yeah.
church is a bit.
No, they're a bit like, because certain
Gabriel was really out here like, never would have made it.
certain things that look like medical. No, like, real talk,
Church be like.
I don't know, like if you. You've been to an African church, right?
Yeah, I know.
Certain things that look
Sure.
like certain things that look like medical emergencies.
I've been to African church, bro. What does that mean?
I know, have you been to like the ones where they get touched and they?
Yes.
Hey,
So
yo.
you've seen things that look
Well, the
like
church-
medical.
It was a church. You got.
You see things that
It's coming from him.
you see things that look like medical emergencies take place in church. You see people have like
the spirit
fits.
one true. I think that in the Jamaican church. I was in Jamaica and you see the spirit take them. Well done. But yeah, that's fine. Sticking to the topic of music as well. Yeah.
Fuck that curse.
Sorry. Question, because I think
Tell
when
me
we've
what
already
you think
spoken about the Kendricks, Drakes, his album as a platform. The question I want to ask you all in this room is: do you find that when new music comes out from popular artists, for example, like a song or albums, people base the quality on the album based on social media? Gabriel said earlier on that when he was he hadn't listened to the album, but he was seeing social media kind of tell him 0 for 12 and the rest of that stuff. Do you think people kind of gauge whether the album's good or not based on what social media says before they go on?
I think I don't want to put this on younger people, but I think the younger generation normally do. They'll say it's a classic or whatever, like the album's been out for 20 minutes, they'll be like, yeah, classic, or no, this is shit. They don't live with music. They don't digest it properly.
Stressed. That's exactly because when Gabriel was talking about the album and he was seeing a lot of people going, "Oh, this is not his best album. This album's not very good. This is over 12." The Twitter I saw was the exact opposite. So, but I had already listened to it, so I had.
Yeah,
I think
because Gab's full of pagans. Isn't it?
No, but remember, Twitter would be majority, because Twitter's like a bot. It's
Twitter
like
is
a
the
bot.
definition of the echo chamber of foolishness.
Yeah,
And Twitter's like, it's bare bots now, so it's not like real people on Twitter like that.
Yeah, you just follow a lot of Drake people.
No, Twitter's it don't matter who you follow now. It just all comes up. I don't even use Twitter, to be fair, because like it's not what's the word? It's not real people. It's
Shit,
bots.
man, he's shaking their pennies.
There's a
No,
new one. There's a new one called
I
Bluebird. What's that?
Yeah, I heard about that. I never let people I don't know dictate how I feel about something.
Yeah.
Why?
What? Dictate?
Why?
wow. Oh my god.
You don't let people.
Wait, question though.
Go on.
Do you think it'll be smart for Drake to drop an album right now?
No.
I think the album he had with P&D was the one that to drop. But I think he kind of.
He said it's not finished yet.
I also think whether that was going to drop, he's kind of hurt himself in the sense of it being like, okay, cool.
Before
The
it come
album
out.
meant to drop, and then if you're kind of beefing your label or
Bad
UMG,
I think they may
they're not
push
going
it
to
back.
push your album. Like, what did someone say? You can't moan at Master being in control, and then you go and beef Master and expect Master to still help you.
Yeah, is there any way that he can win back the majority of people right now?
I think if he shut the hell up from before, he would have been fine.
Yeah.
Just get low, make bangers, just take the L. Because ultimately, You're talking about defamation. What you did, for example, to Meek Mill. Meek Mill's career's never been the same.
No. But he wouldn't see it that way.
I live by, you have to know how to lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to know how to lose.
You can sometimes learn a lot more.
There's more lessons in loss than there are in winning.
Yeah. But he doesn't know how to take that.
Because I feel like if you're in a situation where you're kind of like, yeah, I played a game against Mark won. Like Mark and I played sports together.
Yeah.
I'm graceful in loss. I'm not happy about it. I'm graceful in loss. But if you leave it all on the pitch or whatever you're stylistically involved in, then fine. You don't have to like the fact you lose, but you still got to be graceful in loss.
But it's sorry, I was just gonna say it's the ignorance of
he's been the guy.
He's had a loss as well.
No, but he's been But that the Pusha T loss
A different
to us is a loss. To him, it got stopped because my man from New Orleans was saying, "Oh, it was going to go a certain way."
Mm-hmm.
The reason why this loss is different is because you're looking at
it played all the way out as well.
Yeah, well, how come he didn't come and rescue him this time?
and this is the point I'm going to get into. The optics of, you know the reason why?
Where was he?
You know the reason of the
Nicky's quiet
optics.
too.
You know the reason why the optics of why, in my opinion, why they didn't.
Why?
Yeah, was wrong context, but that's hilarious.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
The reason why for me, because we've got that full circle, why I don't think they've stepped in is, in this situation, you're not dealing with, like, Push T's an older rapper. So from a Drake's perspective, oh, I brought you back to my show in Canada, I've done you a solid, I've done you a favour. Even though I helped you,
Yeah.
so you should be able to stay in line.
Jake's the kind of person that be like, because I helped you, you owe me for life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
And
Which
just use that against you.
Yeah.
But Kendrick was always going to be Kendrick regardless of if it was
Yeah.
you or not. Right, yeah. So then, that's the first part. The other part of it is, with all those people, like New Orleans or whatever, that Jay Prince guy, you're in the South, that's all you. In LA,
It don't matter.
right, yeah,
Nah.
you're talking about it's a different mech of fish.
We don't know you like that.
Birdman ain't said nothing.
Yep.
I don't think Birdman's been on Drake's side for a while.
Right, yeah.
Them mans have not come out and said anything about Drake.
Birdman didn't say nothing.
Lil Wayne's not really said
Everyone's
nothing
like,
about
that's
Drake.
why when Cam and Mace were doing that thing, when they're talking about his boxer,
Yeah.
and they said, "Well, you got chat for us. We talk about sports.
Yeah.
Go have chat for the LA guy who's beefing your mans.
Yeah.
Don't say nothing, because you don't know who those people know.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. Nicky's not come to his aid.
Nicky
No
ain't
one.
said nothing.
She had bare lip for Jay-Z about the Super Bowl thing.
And this is
But Jay-Z was the one who paid Lil Wayne's.
People forget quickly.
Yeah. So you put up the money for that?
She wasn't really an artist.
I don't care. Like, she's got the most to say when it matters. Not when it matters.
And it's all. And the thing is that even with these cases or these court cases, he's literally just brought more attention to one, Not Like Us, to two,
gonna go back in the charts.
to Kendrick. There's this movement where they're trying to get it back to number one again.
I've seen people
Come
say
on.
they got it on a playlist chair. It's gonna play all the time.
You know that song because we gotta get off the topic. You know that song across Deezer, Spotify, YouTube, and whatever streaming platform alone, and the YouTube, because you had the audio on YouTube first before you had it on Spotify, and then you have the video. That song alone has made him upward of 20 million.
And you know what as well? Remember he removed the YouTube thing, so like
The YouTubers,
the reactors got money off it as well.
So, and the reason why I said upwards of, because remember, he's not signed. He has a distribution deal through Interscope Universal for UMG. He's not a signed artist. He's still independent in a sense of PG Lang is his hub.
Imagine. Wait.
But I forgot about that. Drake's doing what he wants to do so he can get off UMG and be an independent artist.
That's what I think the 100 gig thing was about.
I think that's what it is. But we're not going to know for a little while longer anyway. Plus, I also think that the first lawsuit in which he's inquiring about, the suit that he's asked for.
That lie makes so much more sense.
What one?
Show me your splits. Oh my god!
But they're both signed to UMG. So it makes UMG still made money in the beef.
But he thinks that they sided with Kendrick, which is a
They both made money. UMG made money because they're both distributing your songs. Even though it's not like, I think he's through Republic and Kendrick through Interscope, through Interscope. So ultimately, they both still, the overall umbrella, because it's what? Sony, Universal Music Group, I can't remember what the other one is. Virgin? No. Guys, what is it?
In terms of major labels,
Yeah, Sony,
UMG, and then it will be
Atlantic? No,
Atlantic's under
Sony.
Yeah, it's Sony, UMG.
What's the third one? No, that's subsidiary. That's small.
It's not
Free major.
It's not Warner, is it?
It is Warner. Thank you.
Yeah, Warner.
It's Warner. Stem free. So those are the main umbrella hubs. Yeah. But listen, before we wrap anyway, there's like one big topic. I think Katie would have been great for this one as well, yeah. So Katie sent me this and was like, what's the one big dream, hobby you would love to do if time and exhaustion wasn't holding you back? And Mark and O, you cannot say photography or books.
Who's going first?
I'm going to go Gabriel first. I'll give you a lot of time to think about it.
Yeah.
He'll be Arcady's chef.
That's outrageous. He'll be Ving Rhames, bro.
Come back to me.
Cold your mom. Alright, go on, Mark. Go first.
Gun. Music production.
Water.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I've done something.
Start playing the keys like the Boondocks intro.
I've done some in college and stuff, and I do love like just making beats and producing something from scratch. So yeah, music production.
Osef? Don't say porn star, I'll fish for you.
I was, and this is the type of thing that will make Reese go, see, I knew he was going to say something like that. But I would learn to play the guitar and just travel to different places in the world where you have beautiful sunsets.
That's such a Bedina, bro.
And just...
You want to be Andre 3000.
Yeah.
He wants to go to Brazil and just strum chords. And
oh my God, as the sun's going down.
Santana, bro.
Oh, yeah, all day.
Gabs?
Beautiful.
Mix it in Pyrex?
I would...
He's already done that.
Do it again.
Wait, elaborate on the question again?
He'll be with the cartels.
Oh my gosh. The question was, what's the one thing / hobby you would do if time and exhaustion wasn't holding you back?
Develop more artists. I'll say develop loads of different artists.
Would you be an artist yourself?
He was. Big O.
I was.
Why?
I was going to say something a bit more wide than that. I was going to say, I don't like being at the front. I like getting... but this is where... I didn't say it, though. I didn't say it. I held myself.
Act like you know, y'all.
I held myself.
Act like you know.
Boy, if you don't...
I like being at the back. Big O.
Oi, that's outrageous.
But yeah, no, I'll be developing loads of artists because I've always like even when
on the back, yeah.
Even when I listen to like a Sabrina Carpenter, I'm like, I can write this. I can do this.
In fact, Sabrina Carpenter, people think she's the industry thing. She's been in the industry from when she was like
Disney,
9, bro.
Yeah, like a little kid.
She can sing though.
What's so funny? I saw something that was interesting though. People said, "Look how they get onto Halle and whatever Chloe, right? For Chloe for being sexual, right? But no one says nothing about Sabrina Carpenter though. And she was a child star.
In fact, it's Chloe. They weren't. No. But Chloe and Halle Bailey weren't child stars. They were in the ministry as cute kids. Something.
But so was
because I forgot. I think someone told me the other day. Like, yeah, do you remember she's outside to Beyonce? I was like, that's the two girls.
2 girls. Yeah.
I was like, oh, right. I'd have got Chloe Bailey like, right, you fine as hell, bro.
All right. Who do you think is going to have a good 2025?
Artist.
Yeah.
Leon.
What
Do you think it's gonna drop again?
No, I think he's gonna. He was too late to submit Mark, so I think he's gonna work the album for the whole year.
Yeah.
There's a female rapper called Sabrina Sin.
The life can go.
Yeah,
she's cold.
I think people gonna clock onto it. I think Doechie's gonna have a really good.
I want Doechie to get. Do you see the Grammys? I think that's the best category. Even though I don't think Freddie Sid should be a newcomer because Freddie Sid's been around for ages. We're not doing that. One. But I think that best newcomer one is sick. Shabuzi, Freddie Sid, Sabrina Carpenter. There's a few people in there. I think Leon Thomas should have a good year. Doechie should have a good year. Shabuzi probably have a good year. Maybe J-Rock.
Yeah, he should be releasing an album next year.
Maybe J-Rock.
Because the other two have released albums. So yeah, J-Rock is the next one in line.
I think SZA's gonna have a good year.
She's dropping an album at the end of the year.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, she's dropping Solana. She's dropping an album called Solana back end of December.
Okay.
I really want Summer Walker to have a good year.
Everyone keeps saying, Summer Walker, please, can you stop dating toxic men? We need music.
But that's when she...
No, I know, but then she'd get pregnant again and then she's not going to make music.
Oh.
Great touch. 3-0. But, does anyone want to say anything before we go?
Has anyone noticed there's mad stuff happening in London lately?
Well, like someone getting stabbed on Westminster Bridge.
Yeah, and then King's Cross Station.
Westminster.
Yeah.
Not Westminster. Westminster.
King's Cross Station getting evacuated and a controlled explosion at Houston, I believe.
I keep telling people I work in my house.
Like, there's been some mad stuff going on the last couple of days. Like, I don't...
No, I've noticed there have been a few things going on I've noticed as well. I don't know. It could be, listen, who knows? Could be the change. Could be the stairs. It could be our time. Who knows?
But you're closer to it than anybody else, bro. Could be your time, not about mine. You see that YouTube video when Leon Thomas does Mutt and he's in the middle of the stairs, like, all dogs go to heaven. You're at the top, bruv.
Oh, all right, I got a question.
Take your time.
I got a question.
Yeah, you rushing.
Final quick question. Just simple answer, no real thought. Who performs best on Grime Saviors?
Frisco.
Novelist.
Frisco, Chip, and Dan.
Dan. Yeah, at the end. Yeah.
Frisco's one of my favourite artists, bro.
Frisco's flow.
Wait, JME though. Sorry.
JME comes in warm, but it's Frisco. I don't think Skeptic's good than that.
Frisco.
Chip, Frisco.
DWE.
D-double. I'm not even including him in that. Flirty D could probably give me the most nostalgic vibes though. Legendary.
Yeah.
You're doing this since Chip was in
secondary.
I was just like, oh, that's cheeky. I like that. Yeah. What about you?
Flow down, man.
Flow down,
bro. Flow down's the guy.
Flow down, JME, and Chip.
I'm a legend.
Huh?
Which one's Novelist again? I can't remember what Novelist looks like.
South London.
He had the blue bandana like poking through his.
What's his lyrics again?
I can't remember. But I rock with him.
Who is my man? Secondary school.
I need to watch it again.
He's my guy.
No, the one downside about that video, like bare man who are new won't know who they are.
I don't think it's made for them though.
I think it should be for everyone. I know Wiley said he was meant to be on there, but obviously he's not. He was running around. But I was like, you can't. Yeah.
Why didn't turn up, man?
No, Wiley told Chip he couldn't make it, but Chip asked him.
One small question. Anyone? Obviously, we saw the pen game thing. I think them two will win it. Trappy and Driz.
His peak, sleep, deep, he. No, Gabriel won't watch it. Gabriel won't watch pen game.
No.
Well, listen, boys, because for some reason Gabriel's like staring at a screen for a game he's already won. Yeah, just been episode 113 of the DSP podcast. You find this DSP on all your favorite DSPs. My personal favorite YouTube. You can find Mark, Odes, Gabriel's, Kadia's, and myself. My information in the description below. You can find a TikTok link, the website link, Mark's photography link, the Spotify playlist link, and Odes book link in the description below. I've been Reese. To my right's been.
Drinks.
Next to him's been.
Oh.
Behind the camera's been.
Gabriel.
Pagan.
Lucille. Kenny's been here in spirit. And remember, walk and live.
Talk and bomb. Walk on.
Don't even try it.
You can't even.
Safe.
You can't even.
It's like talking. Just talk.